Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News Updates, your trusted voice in the ever-evolving world of global currency news. Today's video is unlike any we've produced before, deeper, more urgent, and possibly the most pivotal conversation you'll hear all year. We encourage you not just to watch, but to truly listen, reflect, and stay with us until the very end. Let's begin with some uncomfortable truths. Iraq, as a nation, has endured extraordinary hardship. Decades of war, sanctions, regime overhauls, foreign interference, and entrenched corruption have left deep scars on its economy. The Iraqi people have shown remarkable resilience, but it's undeniable that the system has been fundamentally broken for years. Corruption is not just a symptom, it's a deeply rooted, systemic problem that spans generations. Fortunately, the damage hasn't just come from within. Media manipulation has often worsened the crisis, creating a fog of misinformation. In Iraq, like in many other nations, including our own, the media has sometimes been weaponized to push specific narratives or suppress inconvenient truths. The result? Confusion, fear, and mistrust. So what can we do? First, we take a breath. Then, we educate ourselves. If you're holding Iraqi dinar, you likely didn't buy into it on a whim. You did your homework, you saw the potential, you held your ground while others doubted. That belief, that patience, is what separates committed investors from casual speculators. Currency revaluations are not fairy tales. They're a part of modern economic history. A nation's currency can and does experience drastic shifts in value due to confidence, supply and demand, fundamentals, and geopolitics. When these forces converge, change often happens swiftly. And let's take Vietnam as an example. In 1983, the Vietnamese dong was nearly at parity with the US dollar. By June 2023, it had fallen to over 23,000 VND per USD. This massive decline illustrates how economic policy, inflation, and external pressures can devastate a currency. Yet, today, Vietnam is booming. It's a rising manufacturing hub with surging foreign investment. Its currency is actively traded on the global forex market. This matters for dinar holders. Iraq could be on the verge of a reverse journey from undervaluation to revaluation. With new political resolve, global partnerships, and robust banking reforms, the conditions are aligning. The time may finally be approaching. Now, let's discuss a practical issue raised by Frank26, the idea of exchanging your dinar in a group. At first glance, it sounds strategic, power in numbers. But Frank cautions against it, and rightly so. Everyone in a group has different amounts, different goals, different needs. If you walk in with 1 million dinar and another has 5 million, guess who the banker pays more attention to? This is your financial moment. Own it. Prepare carefully. Consult your CPA. Secure your legal documents. Never walk into that exchange unprepared. Next, some key insights from respected figures on the ground. Maximus, a trusted Iraqi source, has revealed that Iraq's national budget currently stands at an astounding 210 trillion IQD. Of that, 155 trillion is earmarked for government operations and 55 trillion for development projects. But here's the twist. The budget hasn't even been approved yet. Why is this significant? Because many on the ground are saying that the government hasn't printed all this money. If it had, inflation would be soaring. That suggests the budget is being held in anticipation of a revaluation. In other words, these projects may only be feasible at a new, higher exchange rate. That's a powerful clue. Mark Z, a widely followed intel source, echoes this urgency. He says we're not at the finish line just yet, but we are very close. Iraq is quietly making sweeping changes, reforming its banking systems, increasing transparency, and building investor confidence. DCLA offers more hard data. According to the Central Bank of Iraq and Fitch ratings, the country's foreign exchange reserves dropped by more than $7 billion, 0 cents, in Q1 2025. From December 2024's $1.6187 trillion. This isn't just a number, it's a signal. It tells us that the clock is ticking. Iraq is under pressure to act. Stepping back, we must consider the broader shift. Globally, financial systems are moving toward asset-backed currencies, digital payment systems, BRICS integration, and decreasing dependence on the US dollar. Iraq cannot afford to lag behind. Every oil-backed deal, every trade agreement, every reform is part of a bigger picture. We invested in this opportunity because we believed Iraq's people, resources, and rebuilding efforts would one day result in a stronger currency. Despite setbacks, delays, and misinformation, the pieces are finally coming together. So what should you do? First, stay grounded. Ignore unverified rumors. Focus on reliable data and official communications. Second, prepare your personal financial strategy. Know your tax obligations. Identify a redemption path. Are you ready to act when the rate changes? Third, practice patience. Iraq will move when it's ready, but that moment is coming and you can feel it. We will keep you updated every step of the way with verified information, ground intel, and expert insight. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Like, comment, and share this video with others in the community. This is your future. Stay alert, stay informed, and never stop believing in the potential of patience. This is Iraqi Dinar News Updates, and we're just getting started.